What if I told you that one last email sent on a Friday afternoon could completely change your sales career? In this video, I'm going to share with you how a single cold email not only landed me a meeting with a Fortune 500 brand, but also turned into a $7 million deal, the largest in my company's history. It all started in one Friday afternoon, my first year of my sales career. I was about to call it quits for the weekend, and I decided to send one last email to a contact I've been reaching out to constantly. To my surprise, she responded with 2 words, "Call me." So I get on the phone with her and I start telling her about who we are and what we do, and she interrupts me and says, "I'm not the right person to speak to." She gave me the name of the right person, but no contact. So I started reaching out to the wrong person for a couple weeks before I finally got in touch with the right person. We get on a call and things moved quickly. I found out I was looking at the wrong company with the same name. And this was a contact that represented a brand worth billions of dollars in revenue. I didn't say much in the call, as she explained to me that she was already looking for somebody that could help with our services at my company. We immediately got to planning a follow-up meeting where she would bring in her chief marketing officer and I would bring in my executive team. I continuously gathered information from my contact and explained the opportunity. What I wanted to understand was what actually moved the business. She explained to me that so many reps would come in and pitch the same thing, driving site traffic. However, that was only a single sales channel and not an important one. What really mattered to them was supporting their retail partners, where the majority of their sales still took place. As a result, the majority of their investment had gone to traditional media, but she was trying to change that. The day of the meeting, I felt extremely prepared. I was going with my CEO and my head of strategy. We had planned to pick up their product on the way. I figured we'd take a car, but my head of strategy said, "Why don't we take the subway? It's on the way." As we get on the subway and it starts to move, it hit me. This was a massive opportunity with a multi-billion-dollar organization, and I was about to present in front of my CEO in just my first year in sales. Adrenaline coursed through me. But then, just as we were about 5 minutes away from the office, with a meeting starting in 15, the subway began to slow down, eventually coming to an abrupt halt. At first, I was in denial. I figured, this happens all the time. The subway should be up in just another minute. But as the seconds ticked by, I started to panic. My CEO cracked a joke. "Who was it that recommended the subway? Was that you, Andrew?" I forced a smile, but inside I was freaking out. No, it wasn't me. I tried reaching out to my contact, but I had no cell service. Then, with the meeting starting in 5 minutes, just as I started to accept my fate, the subway jerked forward. Thankfully, we ended up making it to the meeting 5 minutes late. My CEO cracked a joke about the subway, and the meeting went off without a hitch. In the meeting, I could immediately tell the CMO was skeptical. He had made it clear that their business was run on traditional media, and he did not have any desire to invest in digital. Instead of pushing back, I started with acknowledging that. I said, "Listen, I understand that most of your business still takes place in store. And historically, you've had a ton of success with traditional media. So it makes sense that's where most of your investment has gone. However, I understand that what your main objective is with your marketing is to support your retail partners. Have you ever been able to drive people directly to your retail partners?" His skepticism began softening. I explained to him how we could target their exact customers and then send people to their retail partners rather than to their website. And we could measure it and show that he could bring it back to his partners and show we drove X amount of people to their site. I could tell that I was on the right track. So I backed it up with case studies and stories. By the end of the meeting, his skepticism had turned into cautious optimism, and he agreed to a multi-million-dollar test deal. That has since grown to 9 figures. And that would have never happened if I didn't send that last email and we didn't prepare as much as possible to understand their true business objectives. Because of that, I was able to position ourselves as a true business partner that focused on exactly what they cared about and what moved the needle. The lesson: always send one last email, turn chaos into opportunities. Delays, mistakes, and missteps may happen. Always leave 20 minutes early, simplify your pitch, and make sure that you're speaking your client's language. Focus on exactly what they care about. That's how you turn a cold lead into the deal of a lifetime. If you want more real step-by-step strategies like this, pick up my book, Top Sales Producer: How to Crush Your Sales Quota, out on Amazon today, where I break down the exact processes of what to say and do starting from day one that's helped me close over $350 million to become the top sales producer at 2 AdTech companies. You can grab it today and I will send you a free digital workbook to help you apply the lessons to your day job. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can check out this video where I break down how to close your first deal, or this video where I talk about how to sell software step by step. Always remember, if you're not helping, you're not selling.